know you're getting older when your body stops acting like one team. After 60, every body part becomes its own government agency. Nobody talks to each other anymore. There's no leadership, no communication, no accountability. My body has turned into a company run entirely by middle management. My brain says, listen up. My knees say, we've reviewed your request and denied it. When I was 20, I could jump out of bed. Now getting out of bed looks like a hostage negotiation. Every morning starts with me sitting on the edge of the mattress. Not because I'm tired, because we're having a staff meeting. I'm waiting to see who's showing up today. Back? Maybe. Left knee? Questionable. Right hip? Already filed a complaint. Sometimes I stand up and my whole skeleton sounds like someone stepping on a family-sized bag of potato chips. Crack! Oh, snap! My wife hears it and says, "Is that you?" So, apparently someone's assembling furniture already. Then fire glass. Then I missed my phone flashlight. At this point, I'm not ordering dinner. Can you believe it? Waiter for that. Say, not yet. I believe it. Nobody says this. When the movement starts happening, I sit down. Oh! I stand up. Then over. I make so many noises, my grandson thinks I'm communicating with whales. He asks, "Grandpa, why do you do that?" I say, "Because silence is no longer covered by my breath." They don't. Air abandons your head exactly when we finally learn how to speak. For 40 years, my hair been. One day it's back in the bag. Now it's growing up.
Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all the queens and kings in the house. Thank you all very much for joining us this wonderful Thursday. And where I'm at, it's raining. Hope it's doing the same there because the plants and the flowers and the reservoir need some water. So at this time, we are going to commence with our signature tune, which is from Queen Loretta Shadari, In It to Win It, because as we all know, we have to be in it to win it. And so we thank Queen Loretta Shadari for this wonderful song that she has blessed us with. So please watch.
We are here. clear of the closing doors, please.
All right. Thank you very much, Queen Loretta Shadari. Stand clear of the closing door, please. Really appreciate, really appreciate. Welcome once again, each and everyone who recently joined us, and especially those that are on the varied YouTube platform. Today, we have another inspiring, wonderful program for those who are present and also for those who will be viewing in the future. And so we have most definitely the naturopathic doctor, Queen Jacqueline Warner, herbal tea and their benefits. Herbal tea and their benefits. So, if you want to know all you want to know about herbal tea, this is the place to be. She's an inspirational speaker, international, I should actually say, well known, renowned international speaker, an entrepreneur with one of the first business that hit the planet. The first, well, let me say the right way. One of the first network marketing business. Now, well, not one of the first network marketing business that I know of. So if you know of any other, then fine. But all the way back in 1867, when women were not allowed to own businesses, this business, network marketing business, came about. And I think it is still around even today, since 1876. And so Queen Jacqueline Warner is one of their top persons in that business. And she's an entrepreneur, and not that she started in 1876, but you know, she kind of started in the 1900, of course. She's a talk show host, and you know, she's here on Deep Dive, globally changing lives as you we know it, because she's one of the mindset speakers for a very long time now, maybe I think over 3 years now, going forward. And so we just want to continuously thank her for being a part of Deep Dive. And as she present, take out your notebook, take out your pencil, take out your crayon, take out your chalk, take out your whiteboard, take out your slate, whatever you need to use to write with or to write on. Just kind of get that in place, because I know there will be a lot of notes to take. And so, without any further ado, let us present our one and only Queen naturopathic doctor Jacqueline Warner. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Derek. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for that introduction. I'm merely just a servant, bringing knowledge to my family, friends, and people in general. Thank each and every one of you that are here and YouTube viewers. It's amazing to be here on Deep Dive, where minds are being transformed, you know, where we are able to grow and learn from one another. So thank you so much, Dr. Derek, for this amazing platform. We really appreciate what you and your wife do on a daily basis to make us help us to become the best versions of ourselves. Yes, tonight the topic is about herbal teas and their benefits. And herbal teas been around for thousands of years, especially in Asia and Europe and even Africa. So this is not something new, but it might be something new to science. So now they are more likely trying to investigate, but at the same time, at least some of them are finding that these herbal teas do have healing powers in their own sense, and from our Heavenly Father that says in His Word that the leaves are for the healing of the nation. Okay, so if God said it, then it's so. But science is trying to catch up and investigate more and research and tests to confirm that these herbal teas do what they say they do. Anyway, you know, what if your cup of tea could be part of your wellness routine? And I know some of you probably have that routine already. I remember my grandmother, we would just go in the yard and pick a leaf and throw some hot water on it, cover it with a sauce and let it steep. And that was our coffee and teas back then. There wasn't we drinking coffee, not saying people did not drink coffee, but most of the people or most of Caribbean people actually drank from their garden. So it wasn't about cocoa. And if we did have cocoa, it was natural cocoa. Okay. So tea's been around, you know. So when many of us hear the word tea, we think about something warm, comforting, relaxing, but tea has been much more than just a beverage for thousands of years. Across culture, plants have been steeped in hot water and used as part of a traditional wellness and practices. So today I just want us to look inside that cup, because something what looks simple can contain some very powerful plant compounds. And today we're going to talk about 7 remarkable teas and infusions: hibiscus, clove, soursop, green tea, matcha, pearl, and oolong. Now, these teas has a history of stretching back thousands of years, like I said before, particularly in Asia, while plant-based infusions have long been part of traditional practices in Africa, Europe, and other regions. So modern research has focused, not found, but has focused heavily now on the polyphenols and the other bioactive compounds that are found in teas, herbal teas. Um, so we have hibiscus. I love hibiscus. It's the red powerhouse. You know, the scientific name is Hibiscus sabdarifa. Okay, so hibiscus tea is made primarily from the dry calices of the hibiscus plant. Some Jamaicans might call it sorrel. Okay, it produces that beautiful, deep, ruby red beverage and contains the anthocyanins and the organic acid and other polyphenols. Now, the potential benefits of drinking hibiscus tea: it support healthy blood sugar, healthy blood pressure, because it relaxes the nerves it relaxes the arteries and help the blood to flow smoothly through the arteries, and it support cardiovascular health. It provide antioxidant compounds, and potentially it help modestly with low LDL cholesterol, and it support a healthy glucose regulation. It provide anti-inflammatory compounds, and it contribute to a healthy overall diet. So, what does research show? This is one of the T's on your list where we have fairly good human evidence, particularly for blood pressure. Because if you drink 2 to 3 cups of hibiscus tea without even adding sugar, because you can drink it alone. Sometimes I add cinnamon, hawthorn berries, and a squish of lemon. So, a 2022 systematic review and meta-analysis of 13 randomized controlled trials involving 1,205 participants found that hibiscus significantly reduced systolic and diastolic blood pressure compared with the placebo. So the people that were given the placebo, nothing happened. But the people that were given, or the participants that was given the hibiscus tea, there was results and positive results. So the average reduction were about 6.67 mag systolic and 4.35 diastolic. So, however, hibiscus was not shown to be superior to any hypertensive medication. Okay, so there's science still want to hold on that the medication is better than the hibiscus, but that's okay because they're still trying to find, trying to prove. They want more evidence to confirm. So another meta-analysis of 7 randomized trials found reductions in systolic and diastolic blood pressure and a small reduction in fasting glucose, although the researchers did not find significant reduction in that total cholesterol or triglycerides. Okay, so a clinical trial involved in 65 adults with prehypertension or mild hypertension found that drinking 3 servings of hibiscus tea daily for 6 weeks lowered the systolic blood pressure by about 7.2 more than the placebo. So it shows that hibiscus do lower hypertension. And it's not going to do it right away because there is no magic. But if taken and can be consistent about it, and prepare it correctly, you can see good results. So there's also a particular interesting study comparing hibiscus with lisinopril. Hibiscus lower blood pressure and reduced measured ACE activity, but the effect was less than lisinopril. So I would change your phrase, natural ACE inhibitor without side effects. So hibiscus contain compounds that may contribute to the ACE inhibitory activity and blood pressure reduction, but it should not be considered a replacement. Okay, so if you're on blood pressure medication, that don't mean to get off your medication and say, I'm just going to do the hibiscus, because some things work for some people and it all depends on your system or your makeup or your immune system makeup. Okay. And how you go about preparing the hibiscus. Of course, you're going to use 1 to 2 teaspoons of dry hibiscus, and you're going to take 8 to 12 ounces of hot water, and you're going to steep it approximately 5 to 10 minutes. You're going to strain it. You can enjoy it hot or cold. You can also put the hibiscus in the refrigerator, pour water over it, and put it in the refrigerator and infuse. It could be cold, okay, so it doesn't have to be hot. And then we have clove. That spice is so remarkable, and I know some webinars back I talked about clove water some years, I think probably 2 years back, that I talk about clove water. But it's a little spice with a big reputation. You know, it's so amazing, can use for so many things. And that is where your, it can read cloves are dried flower buds of the clove tree. Their major bioactive compound is eugenol, along with other phenolic compounds. So historically, cloves were an extremely valuable spice and were traded across major commercial routes. They used to trade it for gold. That's to tell you how important clove is. Back centuries ago, they used to trade it for actually a brick of gold. So the potential benefits being studied and also known, clove has been investigated for antioxidant activity, inflammation, digestive health, oral health, because in the dentists used to use it as lidocaine. So it was used as an antiseptic also, for numbing and relief of pain. You could use it for toothache. If you have a toothache, you can put the clove oil, not the water, but the clove oil itself on the tooth or even surrounding the gums, and that will give you some relief, and it really works. And then you have the glucose metabolism and the lipid metabolism and the antimicrobial activity. So there's emergent human research that been done involving standardized clove extracts, and a part where I read that the clove extract can help with breast cancer. Okay, and that was confirmed by Dr. William Lee. You know, so clove is very, very potent, and it really helps in helps the body or the immune system. So, the study that was done showed that 70 adults with metabolic syndrome found that a standardized clove polyphenol extract improved several glucose and lipid markers, including fasting glucose. So the HbA1c, the insulin resistant, total cholesterol, triglycerides, and the LDL cholesterol. So clove help, the test was done on adults that had these metabolic syndrome. But at this, it's important, this study used a standardized extract, not ordinary homemade clove water. Okay, so we cannot automatically assume that drinking a cup of clove water produces the same results that they did in the study, because they didn't use clove water. So this is how you could prepare your clove water. You use 4 to 5 whole cloves, not clove powder, because that can damage you. Okay, but you use just 4 to 5 cloves. You bring approximately 8 to 12 ounces of filtered water. And why filtered water? Because hate to say it, but the bottled water consists of microplastics. So you have to be very careful now drinking bottled water. And then you're going to add the cloves, but you must keep the pot covered. The reason you keep the pot covered is because that flavor is actually the medicine from the clove, and it evaporates into the air, and then you lose everything. Then you're just drinking brown water. So keep the pot covered, and you're just going to do that you're going to bring it to a boil. Then you're going to simmer it. After it comes to a boil in 4 to 5 minutes, then you're going to simmer it for 5 minutes. You're going to turn off the heat, and you're going to keep it covered and steep it for another 10 minutes. Because what happens there, the oil comes out of the clove, and all the compounds that is needed come to the surface. So then you can just strain it and drink it. And since they're big cloves, you don't even have to strain it, because you can drink it with the cloves in there. Now, clove is also being studied for its potential role in healthy glucose metabolism, but more human research is needed to determine the appropriate dose and whether clove tea has the same effects as concentrated extracts. Now we got soursop, and everybody's talking about soursop all over. In Atlanta, they have stores. South Carolina, all over. Orlando, everybody is up on the soursop. But soursop is also called graviola or guanabana, and it has a long history of traditional use. I remember as a child eating soursop. I even have 2 soursop trees in my backyard, and it's awful. It's awesome. I used to see my dad pick a couple of leaves, and he will steep them, and he will drink them just before bedtime, because it relaxes you also. So it has so much potential, so much opportunities that comes with it, so much healing medicinal properties. So it's an antioxidant, of course. It helps with inflammation. It helps with our metabolic health. It's a potential antimicrobial for your gut effects. It's also cancer. It heals. I won't say it heals cancer, but it's cancer-related mechanism. It do help. And liver-related effects. It supports the liver. So there's laboratory animals that they study this on, suggesting that anti-cancer activity, and there has also been some early human research also. So a randomized placebo-controlled study involving 28 color collect colorectal cancer patients investigated that soursop leaf extract for 8 weeks, but this is far too small to establish that soursop treats or cures cancer. But in some incidents with people telling their own story where people that had stage 4 cancer was healed using soursop leaves and baking soda with blackstrap molasses. Okay, so there is evidence, but it's not scientific evidence. Science is looking for more evidence, but these things have been working for over 2,000 years. A systematic review also concluded that more research is needed, particularly regarding its use in people with cancer. But people with cancer is using soursop. They are buying it. People are buying it religiously. It's almost like it's an epidemic. So soursop has a fascinating traditional history and a promising laboratory research, but promising is not the same as brewing. And you know, that's scientific. Now, how you prepare? Well, you do the leaves the same way. You know, you take 2 to 3 leaves and you will have some boiling water and you will throw it over your leaves and steep it and drink it thereafter. The fruit itself you can eat, and it comes with seeds, so you can plant your own soursop tree if you choose to. Then we have the green tea, and that's a polyphenol classic by itself. Okay, green tea contains catechins, especially e.g. CG, as well as caffeine and other compounds. Let me tell you, green tea supports your cardiovascular health. It modestly lower your LDL cholesterol. It supports your healthy blood pressure also. It provides antioxidant because it's an antioxidant also. And it supports your metabolic health, possibly also your body weight. And the way you prepare that, 1 teaspoon of loose green tea, and you can get the green tea at your health food store, the loose tea itself. Try not to use the tea bags because they are microplastic. That's what they consist of. And we have a lot of microplastic within our bodies, and it launch all in our brain and throughout our body. So it's best to either use an infusion um, little mechanism that you put the tea into, or you can buy the tea bags from Whole Foods, which is not made of plastic, and you can go ahead and put your dry leaves in there and make your cup of tea. Same thing, you know. You use that 1 teaspoon loose green tea. I did it this morning. I put it in my little mechanism, threw some hot water over it, and let it steep for at least 2 to 3 minutes. You could add a twist of lemon if you choose to it. And if it's you don't the best way to drink your teas is without sugar. But if you can't, because green tea doesn't have no bitter taste or anything, it's just smooth. But if you want, you can always add a little honey or stevia. And because green tea contains caffeine, also morning or early afternoon may be better for people sensitive to caffeine because caffeine has its own benefits also. It's a stimulator and it stimulates our brain. And then we got matcha. I'm not know if a lot of people know of it, but that is awesome. You are drinking the whole leaf now. Matcha is different from ordinary green tea because the leaves are grown in a powder and consumed rather than simply infused and discarded. They're actually grown in a shaded area, and the whole entire leaf is dried and turned into powder, grind into powder. And so when you drink the matcha, you're getting the whole leaf. You're getting everything, all the polyphenols, everything. And it contains catechins also and L-theanine, caffeine, of course, and other plant compounds. It helps with mental alertness because it has a lot of neuro compounds or benefits, help with Alzheimer's and so forth. Attention, it helps with that. Mood, antioxidant activity again, gut microbiome, and cognitive health. Okay? So it's really good. And you prepare it about approximately, the same way, a half to 1 teaspoon of matcha. Remember, it's a powder, so it's green, and you get 2 to 3 ounces of warm water. You whisk it a little bit till it's smooth because it's powder, and you add additional water, unsweetened milk if you desire that. And then we got that pearl. It's a fermented tea. It's found in China and Yuan. So it's fermented and it's aged. Okay. It's processed and creates a different chemical profile from green tea. Okay. And that potential the benefits for that are again cholesterol, your lipid metabolism, um, body composition, your gut microbiome, and your metabolic health. And the way you will prepare that also is 1 teaspoon. Again, 8 to 12 ounces of hot water. You steep it for 3 to 5 minutes, and you can often reuse it several times. That's how strong it is. So you don't have to use it one time. But that one you can do some research on. Um, it's actually from a tree. So it's not just a herbal tea. Okay. And they have another one called the oolong, and that's the middle ground. Oolong is also produced from the Camellia sinensis, but its process and falls between green and black tea in terms of oxidation, but it's not fully oxidized. So that what makes it a little more better than the black tea. And it contains a mixture that catechisins and other polyphenolic compounds. Okay, so it helps in cardiovascular. That's the benefits of using it. Cardiovascular health, lipid metabolism, again, antioxidant, and metabolic health. Of course, there have been studies, but until proven, studies will continue, research will continue. Okay, but like I said, for thousands of years, or over 2,000 years, these herbs have been used and they have good results for not for everyone, but for some. And then you get 1 teaspoon, of course, the 8 to 12 ounces of water, and you steep it for 3 to 5 minutes. Now, hibiscus is particularly promising for modest blood pressure reduction. And we know that green tea is human research supports modest effects on cholesterol and possibly also blood pressure. Clove, clove water is excellent. You can use it as a mouthwash. You can use it as a hair rinse. You can use it as drinking it before bedtime because while you sleep and your immediate fasting is going on, this clove get in there and it starts to go to work. All those times, all that time we're asleep, that clove water is working. So if your blood sugar, some people wake up in the morning, their blood sugar is 100 or 200, is because, the liver is dumping while we sleep. It's dumping. And if it don't have something to block it, it will dump. The sugar will end up and entering into the bloodstream. And what will happen is when the person wake up, their blood sugar will be high. And they will be like, I didn't eat anything, so why is my blood sugar high? It's because nothing is blocking or preventing the liver from dumping the sugar, and it ends up in the bloodstream, and that's how you find out that your sugar is high in the morning. Okay. So your tea, a cup of tea is not a magic portion. It's a tool for hydration, a tool for replacing sugary beverages that is no good for us, a source of a plant compound, a moment to slow down. And when we choose wisely, it can become part of a healthy lifestyle. But natural does not automatically mean harmless, and traditional does not automatically mean proven. Okay, but wisdom is knowing the difference. So the more we understand, the more knowledge we have, the more we can make wise decisions when it comes to our health. Now you know this presentation or
Hi.
is just for educational purposes only and is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure,
Who?
prevent any disease. Okay, so if you've
Is the
been
sugar,
diagnosed,
huh?
make sure you check with your physician.
Okay.
Okay, so we know that wellness begins with the choices we make. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have taken a journey through seven remarkable plants and teas, because some of them are plants and some are teas. And we talk about the beautiful hibiscus with its deep red color and powerful plant compounds. And we talk about clove, a small spice with a long history and a powerful reputation. And we explored soursop, a traditional plant that continues to be studied by modern science. And we look at green tea and matcha, rich in the polyphenols and catechins. And we discover that per a fermented tea with a unique history and development research. And we explore oolong under another traditional tea being studied for its potential cardiovascular and metabolic benefits. But I want you to remember something tonight. The power is not simply in the tea, you know. The power is in the choices we make every single day. One cup of tea is not going to erase years of unhealthy habits. One herb is not going to replace good nutrition. One supplement is not going to replace movement, sleep, hydration, stress management, and taking care of our bodies. And no natural remedy should ever be presented as a substitute for appropriate medical care, you know? But what we can do is begin making better choices. We can replace sugary drinks with unsweetened herbal teas, and we can become more conscious of what we put into our bodies, and we can learn, we can research, we can ask questions, and we can become better stewards of our health. So let me ask you something. How many of you would like to live a healthier life? How many of us want more energy? I know I do. And how many of you want to age with strength, clarity, and vitality? Then here's the question: what are we willing to do? What are we willing to change? Because wanting better health and choosing better health are two different things. You cannot keep doing the same thing and expect different results. At some point, we have to say, I'm worth the change. I am worth drinking more water. I am worth eating better food. I'm worth making my body, moving my body. I'm worth getting enough rest. Those things are important. I'm worth reducing the things that don't serve my body. Like, why put the things that is not even coincide with our body, that our body don't even understand what's going on, and that it has to figure it out and know where to put this and put that, because the body doesn't recognize the things that we're putting in eyes, instead of waiting until something goes wrong. For thousands of years, people have looked to plants for nourishment and traditional wellness. And today, in some of those countries not discovered, these people are living, especially those living in the I think in the Amazon, they don't have meat to eat. So it's mostly vegetables or reptiles, whatever they can find, because not all animals live in the same, habitat. Our cows don't live, or they don't have things like that, you know. And they tend to live more healthier life than we who are surrounded with so many things. We have so much things to choose from. It's not one thing, we got 10 things. We got to make a decision when we go in the supermarket because that looks good. I know that. I want to try that. No, we got to know what is good to put in our bodies. So my final thought on this, I want you to leave. I want to leave you with this. Your body is not a garbage can. It's a gift. It is the vehicle that carry us through this life. And if God has given us this body, shouldn't we do our best to take care of it? We should spend money maintain. We spend money maintaining our cars. We clean our houses. We service our appliances. We protect the things that are valuable to us. But we forget the most important part that is more valuable than our house, our car, our appliances, or jewelry, whatever it may be that you cherish or value. Your body is the most important because without the body, none of those things mean anything anyway. So tonight, I challenge you. Don't wait for a diagnosis to start caring about your health. Don't wait until the energy is gone because then you can't do anything. Don't until your body is crushed. 1 hour because a small choice repeated consistently can create a completely different life. So I thank you for your listening ear. I hope these herbs that you will look into it, that you will learn more about them, and that you will implement them into your. So back to you, Dr. Derek. Mhm.
All right, all right. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Naturopathic Doctor Jacqueline Warner. Wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I thought, honestly, um, I just learned that hibiscus and sorrel is on the same plant. Oh my goodness. That was the
I learned it too.
that
I didn't know it
that's
was the same.
that is a that is the best drink on the planet.
Yes, indeed.
Uh, apart from sauce-up juice and carrot juice
Woo.
and oh boy. Anyway, yeah, those natural juice, not the one you buy at the supermarket, of course. Lot of preservative. Listen, people, we are lazy. That's the bottom line. The
Yep.
bottom line is that we are lazy.
Lazy.
That's it. That's it. There's nothing about living in the 21st century. We are just lazy. And so we
It's
we we run to the supermarket, get a bottle of or a plastic container
true.
of grape juice, or they say, well, is all natural, 100% natural grape juice, and we scrape it up off the shelf and purchase it for $10, and in some places less than $10. But yet still, all you got to do is preferably grow some grape, or buy some grape and blend it. Just blend it and drink. You don't need to put any sugar in there. Don't need to do anything. Just buy some grape, blend it, and drink. And you're good to go. Good to go. Thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner. That was awesome. I see something in the chat here. Thank you, Queen Jacqueline, for your powerful, informative presentation. The world and many people are returning back to natural ways of living and taking care of their health. Excellent excellently presented. And that is coming from Queen Canla. Queen Yvonne Finn. Greetings, Dr. Derek. Greetings, Queen Jacqueline Warner, and all in attendance. Thank you, Queen Jacqueline, for the informative and empowering presentation. I enjoy learning how I can take better choice to gain and maintain optimal health for myself and family. All right. Thank you very much, Queen Yvonne Finn. Those are the two comments in the chat. So thank you very much, Queen Okay and Queen Jacqueline Warner is just responding um, with appreciation. All right. In the okay,
Queen
I soon address that. All right, go
HW.
ahead, Queen Doctor Nadu.
Thank you, Dr. D. Yeah, I want to thank our sister who is doing a lot of research and come and bless us with that. Um, Recently, I switched to the hibiscus drink because my priority was the lemongrass tea, and I heard that is making my feet swell,
Mm,
and I switched to the hibiscus one. I want to know
too
if
much,
it's
too
really.
much.
Is that true? Oh,
I'm not sure if I drink lemongrass now and then, but you have to do everything in moderation, huh? But I'm not sure if that could have came from the lemongrass. Did you try to research and see if lemongrass even though that sounds strange, that it causes swelling?
I didn't, but the person who told me that she stops drinking it because
Of swelling too?
of swelling. Yeah.
Uh, Maybe you drink it too much. Where did you purchase it? Did you get it from your garden or did you purchase it somewhere?
It's from garden, but I drink it like every day. I like the way it
Mm,
smell. Yeah.
No, you just have to take a
mm,
break in between because you don't know the reason why
mm,
it is causing the swelling.
Hmm. I like the way it smells. So
Oh, it smells
anytime.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I have some dry, but I do hibiscus more than I do the lemongrass.
Oh.
okay. Um, to my remembrance or recollection,
Hibiscus
lemongrass
fever.
is an inflammatory tea or bush or drink or whatever. It's inflammatory. And so it should not.
That cause swelling.
It would be unusual, very, very, very unusual for that to cause swelling
Swelling, yeah.
when
I have to look that up.
it is it is supposed to be the opposite. It's supposed to be doing the opposite. It's supposed to be bringing down swelling, reducing bloating, and
Yeah.
all of those things. So it would be very unusual for that to happen.
Let me get
However, um, I would do one day lemongrass, the next day something else, the next day something else. You know, instead of just concentrating on one every day, every time.
Oh yeah.
But I doubt that very much that it causes, and that is what I want to learn really is the reaction with other things, because when you use certain things together,
Mhm.
then it is going to give your body a reaction, right? And so
Lemongrass, the Pog and Citratus, is a popular herb known for its distinct.
okay, all right. So uh, personally, I don't think it causes it. You know, you can, but don't drink it every day, right? Don't drink it
Mm.
every day still. You know,
Like sometimes I
nothing you
don't
must,
drink.
apart from
Uh,
water, apart from water,
okay,
nothing else you really should drink every day.
I don't drink animal protein based milk. But sometimes I don't like the way it smells, so I put the lemongrass in to give to flavor it. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know.
Maybe, as I said, you see,
Yeah.
when you put certain things together,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, when you mix certain things together, it might defeat your purpose. I remember once in Jamaica, a man mixed sorrel and dragon stout together, and him dead, him keel over and dead,
Wow.
and it was an imbalance, and I think I don't remember if it did raise up in blood pressure or it
Mm.
caused a stroke, but it did something to him, the sorrel and the dragon stout. So you know, you have to be careful when you start mixing things together.
Okay.
Um, Drink lemongrass by itself. Don't
Yeah.
mix it with no milk,
Mm.
right? Lemongrass is really a tea base, which is just either drinking it, draw it and drink it, or you put maybe a little sugar in there and drink it, right?
Thank
Um,
you.
You can
it's
use it
not
in your food
supposed to
also.
it's not supposed to be, milk,
And
and you're not even supposed to be drinking milk. That's in the praise the Lord. You're
Yeah,
not supposed
I
to be
drink
drinking milk.
the walnut milk or the rice milk. Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm. Okay, all right, cool. Right, but when you buy your milk from the supermarket, that's another thing. You know, what I start to do now, you see, I trying to go to another level
Mm.
in what I'm doing. So what I'm doing now, I cut off of those almond milk from the supermarket,
Mm-hmm.
um, oats milk, rice milk, whatever milk that is from the supermarket. I cutting off of that. What I do now is I either buy the dry coconut, right? Break it
Yeah.
open,
Mm-hmm.
wash it, cut it up, put it in the blender, blend it with a little dates, and that is my milk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coconut milk. And that's how I get my milk now, right? Or I get the raw old fashioned oats, soak it overnight, blend
Mm-hmm.
it, and put little dates in there. And that's how I get my oats milk. I stopped purchasing milk
Right. Okay.
from the supermarket. I stopped
Mm-hmm.
completely. I don't, well, I don't drink, I don't buy any juice or any drink from the supermarket. I don't. right? No 100%. The only time I drink a little, we call it now, grape juice, is
Mm.
when they have communion at church. And I think it's the kosher one they buy from the Jews, right? Apart from that, little symbol of drinking the body of Christ and so on. I don't buy those things. I don't buy those things. No buckle juice, no buckle drink. The last one I cut off, maybe over 3 years now. Yeah, a little more than 3 years. Is naked. A drink
Mm.
they call naked. That was the
Mhm.
last one that I drink, and that was maybe 3 years, 4 years now.
And you caught
All
it.
right, so
Mm.
I don't buy drink from the supermarket. I don't consume. If I even go to somewhere and that is what they have, no,
Mhm.
I don't want it.
Mm.
Right? I don't want it. So we just have to be more and more careful what we put in our bodies.
Got it.
There's only one body you have,
Mhm.
right? You don't have a next one to get. You don't have a spare one. Well, maybe you have a spare one in the closet. I don't have any spare body in the closet, right? So I so so I have to take care of this one that I have. There's only one I have, right? People
Yep.
behave as if they have a spare body in the closet or in the suitcase or somewhere. I don't have one, so I take care of this one little body that God bless me with,
Yes.
and I good to go.
Thank you.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you
All right.
both.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right. Queen Jacqueline Warner, give us your final comment. You have to unmute first.
Yes, I want to thank each and every one of you for your listening ear, and I hope this herbal teas will be something that you think about, implement into your daily routine, and you can just pick one and just start from there. Okay, so that's not it. Okay, closing. Okay, so next time you pick up a cup of hibiscus, clove, green tea, and matcha, and pearl, and oolong, I want you to remember this isn't about finding a magic tea. It's about developing a mindset of wellness. It's about becoming intentional. It's about taking responsibility. It's about making choices today that your future self will thank you for. And because your health is not something you should take for granted, we can't. We only get one of these bodies. We don't get two. Okay? So it is something we should take responsibility for. So you need to drink your tea, eat your real food, move your body, rest your mind, nourish your spirit, and more importantly, honor the temple, because you don't get a replacement body. You get one body, you get one life. And if God gives you another day, make that day count. One cup, one choice, one habit, one day at a time. And that's how we begin taking back our health. And that's how we begin living, not merely existing. God bless you. Take care of yourselves and remember your health is your wealth, and your body is your temple, and your life is worth fighting for. And there's a biblical reference, and I think we always go there, is First Corinthians 6, chapter 6, verse 19 through 20. Your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. That's who resides within there. And therefore, we need to honor God with our bodies. So remember, your body is a temple, And that means we shouldn't abuse it, we shouldn't neglect it, we shouldn't treat it as though it doesn't matter, and we should honor it. And honoring our bodies doesn't mean we become obsessed with our appearance. It means that we recognize the value of life we have been given. So thank you again, and God bless us all. Back to you, Dr. Derek.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline. One, I really
You're
appreciate
welcome, sir.
that. Was awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, and so moving right along, just to let you know, for those of us who might be still or who isn't still interested with Victory with Ash, remember that Victory with Ash is not a business. Victory with Ash is a learning platform. And on August the 7th, um, Ash Mufari did say that sometime this month, the learning platform will begin. So keep an eye out for that if you are still interested. And also enjoy the rest of the week and your weekend. And please be careful and be good. Thank you all very much for making it deep dive, globally changing lives. Come Sunday, it will be Dream Team. So that is 12:45 p.m. And then Monday, it will be Mindset Monday, and Tuesday and Thursday, Deep Dive, Globally Changing Lives at 7 p.m. each. And that's Eastern Daylight Time. Not sure if One Global Movement is still on break or pause. I
It is
think I
Dr. Derek.
saw,
It is Dr. Derek.
oh, still on pause. Okay. So One Global Movement is still cooling out a little bit more, taking a little break. So um, as soon as that comes back online, we will let you know. And I'm not sure also about O Passion Global. I will check that out for next week and let you know if O Passion Global is still moving. All right. So thank you all very much. Really appreciate, really appreciate. Thank you all very much for joining us here on Thursday. Deep dive, globally changing lives. Also, those that are on our varied YouTube platform, thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate, really appreciate. And thanks once again, those are here on the meeting platform. Really do appreciate. And thanks once again to our main presenter, Queen Naturopathic Doctor Jacqueline Warner. Thank you very much for Herbal Teas and
Thank
their
you.
benefits. So take best care. And we are now going to, for those on the meeting platform, we will be ushering into our after party. So for the YouTube channels, take care and have a wonderful rest of the week and weekend. So over to you, Queen
All
Dr.
right.
You.
Thank
Just for
you.
you.
I got it all. We are the world.